Did I miss anything this week? Anything, y'all? Did anything jump out, catch you off guard? Or
I mean, Lizzo didn't have her.
Man,
she really didn't expose herself, but somebody exposed themselves that probably shouldn't have been exposing Lizzo.
So let me ask you this, Terry, real quick. Well, with the Lizzo thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So did you actually hear? In the case y'all didn't see this, Aries Spears was going in on an interview about her, and he said she looks like, what did he say?
The poop emoji.
That, and it was something else that was real mad disrespectful. Either way, his point was, why is it that he said women were contradictory because they always say gas queen and gas her up and all that, but they never talk about, heart health and diabetes and telling her to kind of slow up and get on the treadmill. This is him saying all this stuff. What do you think about it, man? Because we've had the conversation about what she does on her side, but did Aries have any point? Did you see all of it?
I think it was probably, I wouldn't be surprised if they were in cahoots together and knew she was about to be hosting the VMAs and all that jazz, but I don't know.
She went off, though.
He's not the type of person that's in a position that can take shots at Lizzo. I'm just saying, Lizzo really do be getting up there doing her thing as far as,
she's
you can't say she ain't in shape when it comes to being healthy or whatnot. She does some questionable stuff that some people might not care for, but I mean, that ain't Aries Spears' place to say. Just saying.
Be performing like a mother.
Whether he's a comedian or not, I mean, he's not. Who's paying to go see Aries Spears nowadays? Since he's been off Mad TV.
Mike Epps got at him about that.
I don't know. He's still a working comedian.
He's still a working comedian.
I know, maybe, people want to take shots at him about that. He's still one of these people. I mean,
Aries Spears is hilarious to me.
I mean, if he wasn't relevant, then it wouldn't have mattered.
But
there we go. I'll take
this
that.
is the thing with Aries Spears, man, and
he dope as a comedian.
And this is the thing, because they came in with sort of the same energy that he gave out, and that's what's going to happen. People like to match energy. But I'm just going to tell you, and I'm going to keep it real. All that Lizzo type. Look, there is no such thing as body positivity for out of shape, overweight men. Okay, so stop coming at these women, because they're just gonna come back at you, and nobody's gonna say that they're wrong for saying that you need to get it together. I'm telling you, because I know. I posted up yesterday because I was like, look, man, because I'm closer to 50 than I am 40 right now.
Right.
Okay, and after I got COVID around Christmas time, I fell off my working out, and I probably gained about 20 pounds, and I'm working to get that off again, because you know what? Fat women don't even like big dudes. They really don't, because when Lizzo talks,
really a bar.
No, when
don't do that.
Because when Lizzo, when she talk about who she think is sexy out here, she talk about Captain America and what's his name?
Called him Captain
I can't remember
America.
the actor's name. I'm sorry. And what's his name? And Killmonger. I can't remember nobody's actual.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, so she want to be with dudes who look like superheroes out here. And so she doesn't even find the equivalent to what she is sexy. You got to understand, there is no, I'm just reiterating, fellas, if you're not going to get out here and break a hard sweat every day, put down the fast food and eat some fruits and vegetables, then, I don't know, at least, get your money up and learn how to dress. You got to do something, because you cannot just be out here. Because think about it, even when we talk about
you can if you got some swag about yourself.
If you got some swag and some money,
swag.
Because
swag
think about even hip hop.
Any guy can be a 7.
Yeah. Yeah, if he got if he got $10,000 in his pocket, it'll be something when women will say there's something about him. But even when you think about our hip hop artists who've been big dudes, they have all had to identify themselves as big dudes, so they didn't get talked about. Heavy D, Biggie Smalls, Chubb Rock, the Fat Boys. It's let me go ahead and put this out there before somebody tear me down about it.
He had that swag, though.
He had that swag, but he was also famous and had a lot of money. Because if he was just working at the post office, he'd be fat ass Dwight working at the post office.
Hey, the post office is a good job, man.
Man, I'm just saying the benefits are there. But I'm telling you, I know, fellas,
he was
do not think
Dwight getting the pension at the post office.
So you got to understand, fellas, you got to understand, you cannot talk about big women, but the thing is, big women are going to talk about you. you, and you know who's going to join in them? Other big people who are like, damn, you need to get it together. So there's no body positivity for big men. You need to get in the gym and put down the hamburgers.
Hey, Heavy D.
I don't know. I like hamburgers.
Heavy D and the boys.
I'm telling you because I know. As a former defensive tackle, I'm telling you because I know. Because I had to get out. I got out and broke my hard sweat today and made sure I had my smoothie on deck and, you know, had my kale and pineapple and my ginger root and all that good stuff because we got to get it together. There's nobody who's going to cap for you as a big man.
They ain't going to cap for you, but I think as long as you ain't talking greasy, no pun intended.
I see what you did there.
You'll probably be fine as a man.
Well, but at the same time, think about it. When we've talked about Lizzo, we've just talked about, you know, her art. We've talked about things she's done. But people are like, why are you fat shaming? We didn't say anything about her being big. We've never said anything about her being big.
No, I just pretty much said what she was doing.
We just said that she was tacky.
I ain't never even said that she wasn't a nice looking lady.
That's a fact.
They never said that.
Well, you know,
That's
even Aries says she had a pretty face.
Well, they sound different coming from Aries.
But you know what? He's a comedian. Why do sometimes we decide we're going to take comedians serious?
Well, you know what's going on is it's 2022 and
Yeah.
everybody's feelings are hurt nowadays anyway.
Everybody.
So comedy ain't the same as it was when we were coming up. Like you could get away with a whole lot more back in the day than you can get away with now. But when it comes down
Get away
to
with.
yeah, definitely. When it comes to body shaming or whatever, everybody jumped on the wagon to get on him.
Exactly. That's what I said. He ain't, you know, he ain't got no win in that.
He said it in the interview. He was like, I can hear him coming now on the horses and coming over the hill and all that. He knew what he knew it as soon as he said it, what was about to happen.
Yeah.
And they start cooking him immediately.
Yeah,
he should have expected that though.
Yeah. Maybe he has some new material to tour with.
Aries is funny though.
Yeah, I mean, like his impression game, you know, like, you know, before there was the Jay Pharoahs and all that, like Aries had that, like that was really kind of his claim to fame.
His Shaq comedy roast joint where he was going through all of his impressions on that big open stage.
Right.
Classic material.
But you know, that's the wild thing. Like when you say something that offends a large amount of people, you know, they're gonna be like, well, you're not talented. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, just like this is the unfortunate thing, like, because Lizzo plays 11 instruments. She is supremely talented as a musician. Do I think her music is that great? Not really, but you can't take away from her actual musical talent.
No, she's extremely talented.
This is the unfortunate thing because so much of her brand is her being a big, proud woman. Like there are people, that's all they know. It's like, oh yeah, that's that one. Look, I know it sounds bad. I remember it was when Eddie Murphy hosted SNL. Like somebody in my family asked, is like, is that who was that fat girl that was on SNL with Eddie Murphy? Is she really popular? And I was like, no, she's actually really talented because, you know,
I thought you was about to say something else. I ain't even gonna say what I thought you was
well, yeah, keep that to yourself. But you know, like that's the wild thing is like they know that Lizzo is she occasionally does things that are a bit tacky and that she's, you know, she's happy with her size and she's very positive, but they don't know I can't play one instrument and she can play 11. Like that's why Prince had recognized her talent before she really blew up. No, that sounded bad.
See?
Wow.
Yeah, but you know what you meant.
Yeah, I did.
Man, Lizzo, first of all, Lizzo
We ain't talking about fat blown up.
No, that's not what I was talking about because I remember seeing her on Desus and Mero when they were on the Viceland show and I was like, oh yeah, and they were talking about her music. You know,
she's extremely talented, man. She's
but I wish that the people who controlled her brand, and maybe that's just her, like that wasn't so much the focus.
I think she's embraced that now, though. I think it's so far gone now. I just think she embraces the antics and the things that she does. It's a part of the brand now. I just
embrace actually
it's
being
part
able
of the brand, but she probably cries in the corner from time to time.
Fair enough.
Embrace being able to actually sing and perform on stage and being able to play 11 instruments because that's fantastic.
I don't know anybody personally in my life that can play 11 instruments. I know some that can play multiple, but not 11.
You know,
so
because like I said, I just said that out loud, and there are people who are like, "Wow, she can play 11 instruments."
Yeah.
Wouldn't know though.
Exactly. We don't
plays that flute though.
Hey,
a skin flute.
What they said? What they tell you about flute players in
band? If we had somebody produce it.
Y'all was in band, right?
Yeah, 920 on that one, Jay Moore. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What was said that we have to mark the time?
Did you just scoff at what you just said? Oh my God.
I said the skin flute.
921, Jay Moore. There's two of them.
That could be anything. That could be a finger.
I mean, what did they say about the flute players in band though?
They're clouds.
We call
clouds.
Yeah, we call
Hey, yo,
them clouds.
real quick. This is bad, okay? This is really bad.
All right, here we go.
But Lone, me and Lone sat together. Why they let us sit together in band, I don't know. But he used to call flutes clouds, right? Long story. But there was a heavy set flute player that he called Smog.
Oh wow.
Now hold up. He framed this absolutely horrible. It was just happenstance that she was heavy set.
That's messed up. After we just talked about
I know, and then you're gonna like say, oh, because she's heavy set, she's Smog.
Was heavy set the wrong thing?
Look, she
All
was
of
called,
this is wrong.
She was called Smog because she couldn't march.
She definitely couldn't march or play.
The
that
end.
part. Yeah,
that was it. It wasn't because she was a bigger girl.
I couldn't remember. Man, we old. I couldn't remember.
You couldn't.
he absolutely.
So that's just how you framed it in your mind because she was a big girl. You
man.
called her
Lone
small.
is not a shamer. Cut it out.
No, well, I mean,
No,
look,
Major
I'm all
Seventh is a
for it.
shamer.
No, I'm not.
I'm all for it if it's true. But the fact of the matter is she was absolutely horrible as a flute player, which means that we have a bunch of random like foo, foo, foo sounds coming off all over the place, right? But also, she could not march.
I'm talking
about running into people, tripping
like,
people. You know,
I don't know how to explain her marching, but it was not good.
She could have been good at other things.
We could have put her in a
Smog.
If you in band, you know what the pit is. We could have put her in the pit, low key, xylophone,
back with
stuff like this.
Carter and
She don't want to play the xylophone.
Nah,
She
why
wanted
would
to be
you
out
put
there
her on
with y'all.
xylophone?
she's got no rhythm.
Because she don't have to move and she could just practice on that. You
Nah,
get nice
that's
at the
probably-
xylophone.
Probably not.
Trying to figure out.
She
what
needs to
is
play
going
the cymbals. Something that she does not have to
'cause she
move a
gotta
note.
No, the symbol
But you don't have to. You don't have to change the note. You just have to hit it on beat. That alleviates a lot of mess ups.
See,
right
I'm,
there.
I'm messing up because I'm thinking Jackson State FAMU cymbal players. They be turning them all around.
No,
and all that
good and well, y'all wasn't doing that in
shit.
Anderson.
Sure weren't. I wish we did, but we weren't.